Hey, what's going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another event video here on Marvel Strike Force. Today, we're going to be covering the event Zombie at the Party. I think that's the name of this event, and it is going to be the final event for the month long of December for the snow globes and all of that stuff before we enter the January event, which will be in the following week, in the first week of January, which I also believe is to be a event for Miss Marvel Classic. I think it's her release event for that one, but we'll be talking about that more next week. So in today's video, we're going to be going over everything that you need to know to get ahead in this one and do the best that you can. So if you are ready to go, everybody, let's boil this down. Now let's just take a look again very quickly here at the blog for this event and what we're going to be getting out of it. So we will be scoring points via war with absolute A-Force characters. We're also going to be, for once, spending your ISO 8 energy. We have not had one like that for months. I swear, months. So hopefully that you've been stacking up your ISO packs at least to 500. The reason why I don't stack my... You can stack like one of the energies, but you can't stack both. And you guys know that you've seen probably like my energy hoard that I don't... I guess I don't know if like when the level cap is happening, if that's still a thing, and if it's going to require energy, but I feel like I'm this far in, I might as well keep doing it. So I've just been slowly kind of maintaining this for a while, but always make sure that you keep up to 500 of these packs. That way you get 10 free refreshes, which will help for the math that we're going to be talking about today. However, I do want to also talk about this being a leaderboard event. Now it is diamonds for Medusa, and that part of it doesn't really matter for the 99% of us. However, if you do still need purple ISO for Odin, or if you just want more purple ISO, then you might want to consider getting into the top 10,000 for this event. So I do want to do a quick reminder as well for absolute what's that event called? The alliance-based event, right? With Alliance War. That's still a thing. And I've actually been doing pretty well on this. I think I've been able to get to milestone 17. Let's go into full screen mode, actually. Where's my full screen? So I have actually been able to... Normally, I also get rid of the cam box. My bad. So milestone 17 is where I've been able to get to for these alliance-based events, which does get you the mega gold orbs, but unfortunately they did nerf the total amount of purple ISO orbs available in these events. There used to be 40,000 credits. Now it's 30,000. Really stupid. But anyways, this is the last time we're having this one. And I think for January that they're moving towards a raid, a Spotlight raid alliance milestone for the month of January, because we will be getting Spotlight 2 very soon, as you guys know. So let's move on to the actual event chart. Let's take a look at what's in here. So you can see that on the right-hand side with the various milestones, there are snow globes as usual. Honestly, this one isn't that impressive, in my opinion. There is some purple ISO stuff in here. You can see T3, here and there. And they are offering some red gear, red catalyst, at least in earlier milestones. But by and large, I wouldn't say that these milestones are anything crazy. And there isn't a character associated with this. So it's not really that big of a deal. So we are going to go through. Unfortunately, though, if you do want to get that 7 Red Star Zombie Scarlet Witch, it is absolutely not free to play. And I'm actually, to be honest, I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't have any other like lower Red Stars for Zombie Scarlet Witch available free to play. 3 or 4, even at a slightly higher milestone, they did not have that available. And that's a bit weird because if I'm not mistaken, you still can't actually get red stars for her. There was that one offer that was available in the web store where you could get a 4 reds for like $100 US or something like that. But there wasn't any other way. Like, she's still not in the Elite store, right? So I feel that this is kind of crazy and something that they should make available. I don't remember when the other zombies had their red stars available. I feel like you could buy it right out of the gate. So it's kind of weird that Zombie Scarlet Witch does not have that. But anyways, there is some typos here because that's not how you spell Kahori. But anyways, there's all the points listed here, and we will talk about this in the math as well. Again, there is a leaderboard associated with this. A lot of the rankings are the same, so you can see top 10,000. There's diamond orb fragments and a variety of purple T3 stuff, ions, T3 ISO credits, and so on and so forth. But you do need a top 1,000 score in order to get diamonds for Medusa, which, again, 99% of us are not even going to have a 7 yellow Medusa to take advantage of this, so wouldn't really be that concerned. So let's go on over to the math, right? And so Zombie at the Party, it is a 7-day event involving absolute A-Force in war, ISO 8 energy spending, Winterland energy. So that's the stuff where you're probably farming the Path to Kahori orb fragments, that kind of stuff. We've had 3 weeks of that now, and then spending snow globes as part of the web milestone. This is also the last time. Actually, you know what? I want to do a quick pivot to that because I want to make people aware about the web store, about the event store, because it's not going to be around for that much longer. Yes, I am recording this on Saturday, so there will be a little bit more time after that. But there isn't going to be another week of spending snow globes. So essentially, once this event goes live on Monday, you want to spend all of your snow globes, right? Like even I'm sitting on 418,000, and what I'm doing is I'm basically just buying this stuff every single reset. I'm buying the 4 slots here of the G19 gear because actually I should have waited. I don't know, I'm an idiot. I should have waited until Monday, but I think I'll more than enough have 600,000 by the end of the event, and then I'm also just buying some of the uniques. I'm stocking up on G19 uniques, because I do think the G20 is still going to be around the corner in the not so distant future. And I think having more gear is better than not. And I don't like this orb. I don't like buying any of this. I don't like buying, I haven't bought snow globes at all throughout this event, and I do not like the Astral Force stuff. So really, I'm just stocking up on G19 gear. I don't think anything else is worth the purchases because it's better to have more and then not have to worry about it later. Especially the Origin gear, you'd be really surprised once they start stacking up other gear tier how much this can get eaten up if you're especially building a raid team and you're building like 4 or 5 mutant characters in a row. This can actually drain pretty quickly at higher gear tier. So do keep that in mind. That's just what I'm doing here. So the total milestone points required for this event is 400,000. This, of course, is the 7 red Scarlet Witch that like almost none of us are going to get. The free claims, now normally it's 500 daily. What really was interesting was this past week was 750 daily. So I like to use a 500 conservative daily because it's normally that for the free claim, but it could be a little bit more, I guess. Total web milestone points for this is only 10,000. This one was actually pretty low for some reason. It was a little bit surprising because you can find it here in the Seasons of Giving. I added up all of the points here, of course, and this was 10,000, which was pretty low for a web milestone. In terms of the other points, though, you do get 25,000 points for just using Absolute A-Force and War. This is pretty easy because you only have to use 5 characters across 3 wars. So that's more than possible, right? Like if they could be level 1. Whether it's Wasp and Ironheart, like you do not even need to have them leveled up. You just need to use them in a battle, and then you get the points for that. So more than fine. That's easy. You also get 10 points for spending What If Winterland energy. Now, my main issue with this is I don't like coring for this because you have to spend a lot of cores to have value for this. What you could do, I'm not a big fan of coring for the purposes of the Path to Kahori orb fragments, because for one refresher for 50 cores, you're getting 450 orb fragments, which is just over like 1/5 of an orb. I don't really like that. What you could do, maybe if you do want to core for this, you could do it on this node here. You get 20 attempts at this one. This is gold orb fragments, so that might give you another place to. You get like 800 gold orb fragments, so that might give you another one. Is there? I don't think there's a training orb one, unfortunately. It's just that gold one, or unless it's in chapter 2. Actually, I'm not. I don't think it is. No, I don't think there's any training orbs, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, if you want another place to spend it, I'm trying to calculate that you don't need to do it, but 10 points is quite a bit. And it's going to give you more points than what you would with the ISO 8 energy, probably. You do get some bonus points, again, whale points, right? If you have any of these characters at 5 through 7 yellow star. It's yellow because I don't include this in my recommended points. Total Winterland energy, though. Again, so here I am. What we're going to do, I'm actually going to get rid of this and see where this lands. Because I don't want people to core... Especially, I don't want people to core 200 cores daily on the Winterland energy. So we're going to be getting rid of this one here. Let's see how that... That's quite a bit of difference, actually. All right, so as you can see, that the points were changed to about 20,000 if you get rid of the coring for the Winterland energy. So that was a pretty interesting decline here, and we'll see how that influences the final number. Now, for ISO 8 energy, yes, you might have seen, this is why I paused the video really quick. Maybe you wouldn't have noticed until I just said it, but I had campaign energy down instead of ISO 8 energy because I kind of forgot. I'm so used to doing campaign energy at this point. So we changed this up for ISO 8 energy. Now, for this, I did do 200, I'm going to say 200 cores refresh in quotes here, because if you have the packs, obviously you can use that instead. But we're, counting the full 4 refreshes per day. That would give you an ISO 8 subtotal of 1130 energy per day. Now, normally these kinds of things, again, like the campaign energy, is a 4-to-1 ratio. Now, the reason why I think this is because the orb, it's called the 2025 orb or something like that. And in the data mines, it showed the exact same contents as some of the previous orbs. So like dark diamond credits and dark promotion credits. And those were all like 4-to-1 ratios. And so that's why I think that they're going to keep the same for this. Otherwise, that's a relatively conservative number. If it happens to be more, then great. Then we'll get a little bit more points. But this is where I'm going to be keeping it for just now. So if you are doing the 200 cores daily or 4 refreshes a day, then you'll get about 31,600 points from that as well. Now we can add up all of this together, right? You take the 31,600, you take the 20,000 over here, which is without cores. Keep in mind, so this in total is a 200 core daily kind of subtotal. We add the 25,000 over here. We add the 10,000 from the web milestone and the 3,500 from the free claim, and we get to about 90,300. Now, as far as where that lands us on the chart, though, it actually, you know what? It is milestone 13 here at 90,000, which isn't oh wait, no, no, that is it. Yeah, which is not super great. That actually is below what we need for this partridge here, which maybe suggests that it could, the ISO 8 energy could be more than 4-to-1, or they're expecting you to core 400 cores daily and do more into the Winterland energy, right? And so that is something that you will need to consider, because you will actually get more points for coring the Winterland energy. I just think what you get out of the showcase energy is a lot less than what you would out of the orb fragments, because like I said, the actual orbs that you're going to, the event orbs, are going to contain dark promo credits and dark diamond credits, and I think that is more valuable than the node rewards, like the node farming that you're going to get on the Winterland energy. We could put this back though, right? We can put this, if you want to do 400 cores daily, this is going to give you an extra 28,000 points. That's quite a bit, right? And it jumps you up to 118,000. Maybe they're expecting you to do that, because that's going to take you from, we can zoom in here, that's going to take you from milestone 13 to milestone 15. So that's 2 extra milestones if you want to do 200 more cores daily. What are you going to get out of it? Well, you'll get 1,000,000 gold, which isn't a huge deal anymore. A little bit more red gear stuff, and like a couple of purple ISO orbs, and that partridge, which I guess is worth like, I don't know, 20,000 to the monthly mile. It's not a huge deal. So that's my point. So personally, I would not core the Winterland energy, even though you will get more event points. I don't personally think it's worth your cores. I'd rather just, do the ISO 8 energy, take the milestone 13. I know it's a leaderboard though, right? And I do want to stress that part. So if you're not chasing the leaderboard, do this, right? Just do the 200 cores daily and call it a day. If you are chasing the leaderboard, expect to do 400 cores daily, or a little bit more if you want to score into the top 10,000. So that's something that you're going to need to consider depending on what your goal is for this event, right? So obviously the Winterland energy is very good for the milestone points. And if you are chasing the leaderboard, that is what you'd want to do. So I just wanted to give those options to you guys there as well. So again, final notes for this event. This is a leaderboard event. So if you still need purple ISO towards Odin or future Spotlight 2, right? Because Spotlight 2 raids also require purple ISO. Keep that in mind as well. Then this is worth pushing for. It is easier to get points through the Winterland energy for your cores, right? Because you're going to get essentially 1,000 points for coring Winterland energy. You're only, if it's 4-to-1, you're only going to get 480 points from coring your ISO energy. So you might be wondering, again, why am I coring the ISO 8 energy at all? That's because I'd rather get those orbs with the dark promotion credits, which I think are valuable to me. That's it. So it's better to do that than, I should say, ISO 8 energy. That's what it should say here, because I kind of forgot. ISO energy. But the 2025 orb may be worth it for some if you want to do 400 cores daily and do both energies. Again, if you want to do well in this leaderboard, you might have to do into the 100 cores if you're going to do that at all. I would probably, if you're pushing the leaderboard, do it into the Winterland energy, because you're going to get more bang for your buck that way. So that's the end of this event video. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Are you going to do 200 cores daily? Are you going to do 400 cores daily? What are your goals? Are you ready for Spotlight 2? We'll have more to talk about that, I think, next week as well, because keep in mind that that's coming next Friday, or this coming Friday, actually, with the release of Jean Grey. So that's it for now, everybody. And until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.